Kids are in bed?
Kids are in bed.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 65 of The Kids Are in Bed. I'm Tim Severson, and this is Jenni Severson. Jenni, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
What's new?
A little tired.
A little tired.
Yeah, we had just a real jam-packed week.
Yes. Yes.
Went to Canada. I did.
You did.
And then it was the holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Just packed in a lot.
We were up north. We got so lucky. I don't even know. I don't know if we talked about it on here, but we both have the same opinion that in Minnesota, Memorial Day weekend is typically bad weather Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday just out of nowhere ends up being 80 and sunny, and you don't want to leave where you were because you were there for 80 and sunny. But it wasn't 80 and sunny, but we had the best weather that I think I can remember in a long time.
Sunny and 70, a little chilly couple days, high 60s.
If you're out of the wind, it felt amazing.
It did feel amazing.
Stupid wind. Always cooling everybody down.
I hate that. I was kidding.
But yeah, and then, you know, so yeah, jam-packed week and weekend. We were driving back. We were driving back late, so there was no traffic, which was actually really nice.
That was nice.
And we were talking about like kind of what's next. And then we remembered that Lilo and Stitch came out over Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Which
looks
means
adorable.
We're kicking off Blockbuster Summer.
Oh, yeah.
And you explained it.
Here we go.
To the kids. We'll talk about kind of a little bit of the history of like that concept of Blockbuster. But I will say that you explained it pretty well.
I did.
Yeah. I mean, there were things that like I was like word for word, like yeah. So you know your Blockbuster. I mean, at least from why it exists. I don't think I would have had that answer. I don't think I would have answered it as well as you.
Oh, wow. Way to go, me. I didn't know I knew so much about Blockbusters.
Well, let's get into it.
I think it was just because, you know, sometimes you try to explain something so a kid will understand it. It changes how you think about it.
Yeah, it's like, explain it like I'm 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, you did a great job of that. That's also not easy to do, I don't think.
Oh, you're
always.
really nice.
I forgot, before we jump into this week's topic, I have to retract from our previous episode.
Okay.
We played a game where we were going back and forth on movies.
Drive. It's just Drive.
It's not.
And
one of our listeners has brought it to my attention that, and we knew this after the fact, that Drive is in fact the title of the Ryan Gosling movie. So my apologies to the audience.
Rude.
And to you.
Thank you.
So
really I won because you threw me off my game by making me question.
Well, you know what the people
you
don't...
made me question
what the people don't know,
knowledge.
Jenni, what the people don't know is in the editing room, I had to chop a lot of silent time of you stewing over answers.
Stewing?
Trying to, it's kind of supposed to be a rapid fire game. You don't get 5 minutes between.
5 minutes? Next time we'll put a real time timer.
Okay.
Let the people see.
We will. Let the boy watch.
Yucky.
Blockbusters. Now, here's a first little bit of trivia.
Okay.
I had a guess and I was wrong.
Okay.
I think if I would have had a multiple choice, I would have got it. But what? So like if I
got that wrong. But if I would have had a hypothetical multiple choice, I don't know what the other options would have been. I probably would have got it right.
Like, that's why there's essay questions, right? Like there were a lot of essay questions I had in my life. Like, man, if this was multiple choice, I could get it. But trying to write all this out is not really going well for me. But
you have no idea what the multiple choice would be.
Well, it's process of elimination. I just need to be able to logic my way through it.
Oh, okay.
But you can't really BS an essay.
Okay. Absolutely, you can BS an essay.
Well, not if you don't know the facts correctly. Like, you have to at least have some facts. I usually didn't.
That did happen to me one time in 8th grade about acid rain.
Oh.
I didn't know what it was at all. And I tried to just write what I thought it was.
And
I was a really good student. And my teacher just wrote a bunch of red question marks next to it. Like, what is this? That's all, just red question marks.
Do you remember what you described? Maybe you could sum up just very quickly what acid rain was?
I can't. Clearly, I didn't know then. How would I know now?
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I would love to read that essay right now. That would. I think
it was gibberish.
That would be amazing.
Do you ever have any essays? You just didn't know what you were talking about? Tried to...
I would say almost every one that I ever did.
Oh.
I was using my skill writing to overcome a lot of my lack of study.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You could, and you probably did very often.
Yeah, because a lot of times it was like in history classes and things like that, or like even in like AP literature. You know, I once you know what your teacher likes to hear about what people write about, you just write about that, and you just fill in the blanks, and you get a C.
I disagree though. On the multiple choice, I always wanted a fill in the blank test.
Oh,
always.
Man.
They're so much easier for me.
That
multiple choice give me all confused. They give me second guessing myself. Fill in the blank. I know the answer. I write it down. Done.
Always felt like a game show.
Was there an actual game show going on in your head while you were taking tests?
Probably by the time Who Wants to Be a Millionaire came around, I was hearing that music. My prize was just not getting yelled at.
It's a good prize.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Blockbusters.
Blockbusters.
So, in your mind, what's the first, like what's considered the first Blockbuster?
The first Blockbuster?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say Jaws, but that was a horror movie. And
Jaws is right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yes! Let's go!
That was the first in-person genuine woohoo I think I've ever heard in my entire life.
I'm so excited. Yes! Yes! I am ready to take on the world.
That is absolutely correct.
That's crazy because it's like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Horror movies, well, they don't bring in that kind of bank.
Yeah. So the term blockbuster originated in World War II, and it was about the bombs that fell in England. So the bombs that were big enough to just destroy a whole block. That's what the nickname was for them. Oh, shit. And then because people like knew about that, it became kind of probably a little bit of
that's no good
studio jargon. So that's what they started using like within the studios to say like, oh, we got one like this, which is interesting, right? Because now to bomb is really bad, right? And so, but the term comes from bombing, and then it's a blockbuster.
Very peculiar. That doesn't have any sort of logic in my brain.
Yeah. So it wasn't until the 1970s that Blockbuster started to become like in the zeitgeist. And then Steven Spielberg in Jaws is considered like the first true summer blockbuster.
Let's go, Steven. Yeah. He's back. He's off the shit list. He's going to get back on it, but he's off it for a minute.
It was opened everywhere at once, which I don't know if that was not common at the time, but they did a huge ad campaign leading up to it. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like the same nature that we see today in blockbusters. Cool. Debuted in 400 theaters at first, which I think was a big deal back then.
Huge deal.
But yeah, it's interesting. I don't view Jaws as a horror movie.
Oh.
It never really scared me. And I don't know if it's because I never swam in oceans growing up, so I was like, I don't have to worry about sharks, so it's like it doesn't really bother me. But yeah, it never really like scared me.
That's insane. The music is scary.
Yeah.
Maybe I could understand if you weren't like scared of the actual shark, but the music? You weren't scared of the music? I
don't think so.
Oh.
I think the music became more of like a joke to me. You know,
I mean,
it's
something like literally makes me go like,
really?
I'm not scared of a shark, but something's coming.
Yeah.
Something is heading your way.
Yeah. I like that movie. It's a good movie.
I don't know if I've ever even seen it start
Really?
to finish. I mean, I've seen parts of it for sure, but I don't know that I've like sat down and watched it start to finish.
It's good stuff. It's a good movie. I think it's, to me, it's very much, it's almost like if they released Jurassic Park back then, it would be considered a horror movie. Like,
I decided that Jurassic Park 2 is a horror movie.
Oh, yeah. That
it is.
Certainly
it is.
That certainly is. Absolutely it is. And then right following that, a couple summers later, Star Wars.
Oh, interesting. Didn't know that.
And then the same thing. 1977 is when Star Wars: A New Hope came out, and that was the biggest thing that had ever happened.
Yeah.
Like, you know. But yeah, so then that's where Blockbuster started. So you described it, you know, very well. But what I wouldn't have put together was that, oh, they're in the summer because kids are out of school. And I wouldn't have ever even thought about that.
Well, what do you think they're going to do all summer if they're not watching movies?
Well, right. But like, it just seems, you know, movies come out on Friday nights,
Christmas
weekends.
Break, Thanksgiving break, summer break.
Yeah.
That's when movies come out.
Yeah. I've
the big one.
Yeah.
Huh.
Never thought of it that way.
How are they going to get all those crotchety old people out to the theater?
Right. Well, and so yeah, talking about what makes a blockbuster, right? So they call them. Are you familiar with the term tentpole movies?
I am familiar with the tent pole, not tentpole movies. So I thought I was going to be able to say yes, but then.
So the idea is that the studios release these movies, throw all their money into marketing, because tentpole is like circus tent. So that's what's going to hold up the rest of their releases throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the one thing that they're counting on. It must make money. And so that's why they load it with stars and do all the merch and all that.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. It's so crazy how much they spend now to make those movies, and that they like, do you think that like when the next Avatar comes out, no, it's different. James Cameron isn't going to be sweating. But like, you know, like when a Marvel movie comes out, there's people that are probably sweating, right? They're like, this really needs to do well. Like,
yeah.
My job kind of depends on this doing well. Do you think?
I think there are probably some, but it's probably pretty minimal on a franchise.
Right.
I don't think anyone is sweating over Marvel movies.
Right. Yeah, I'm talking about like
Snow White. Yeah, some people were sweating.
Yeah, like standalones, right? Like you're like Friday night, you're like, oh boy,
yeah,
this is
not too good. Not too good.
We need it to rain everywhere in the United States right now and get people inside.
Do a rain dance.
Do it. Yeah, there you go, Ted Mosby style. So let's go through like the golden age of blockbusters. So this is the 1980s, 1990s. And we've actually watched a lot of these recently with Clementine.
Perfect.
Ghostbusters. That came out in 1984. Your thoughts?
About the movie?
Yeah. Rewatching.
Well, we talk about this already?
Did we? I don't think so.
Oh, loved it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. A little scary.
It does, yeah. At the end.
I didn't remember it being scary at all.
Right. Well,
there are some parts that where I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of scary. I thought it was a comedy. Yeah. And I mean, it is, but I only remembered the funny parts.
Yeah. It's interesting because the movies are meant to bring in like the four pillars, right? Like seniors, parents, teenagers, kids. And it's interesting to think of like, I don't know Like, that's a tough pull. Like, if like just bringing Clementine to that movie, it's like, oh, the Ghostbusters is supposed to be really good, and then you get to that ending, and it's like, hey-o.
Well, we did it. We did it with Ghostbusters, the new release. Yeah. We brought her to it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Having no idea. And
that's true.
What was different for me about watching Ghostbusters is I didn't watch it like you did as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I maybe saw it one time.
Yeah.
So it was all very unfamiliar, and you had it like memorized.
Yeah.
So I mostly felt like, other than like maybe some iconic scenes that I've seen clips of a lot, I was watching it for the first time.
I was telling the kids that I had a proton pack with the, I don't remember the trap that they throw out, but then there's like a projector and you could shoot Slimer on the wall. And in my head, it is the peak of technology.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't believe such a thing existed. And I have no idea what it actually looks like in real life. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's all through my memory, but I can remember doing it. Like,
I bet it's not too terrible.
I'm no ghost, but he is. I'll project one too. Over here. We're being watched. Fire ghost zappers. Turn to high frequency. We ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Ghost Zapper Ghost Projector Guns, each sold separately. Ghostbusters, new from Kenner.
I hope not. Hopefully I can find an ad for it. But yeah, so Ghostbusters, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, well, loved it. Very good. I saw, after I watch a movie, I just to research a little.
Yeah.
So that's usually what I do when the credits are done. And
until midnight. And you fall asleep with your phone like this.
Like, let me read everything I can about this movie.
Yeah.
They wanted Eddie Murphy to be the fourth Ghostbuster.
Oh.
And when he wasn't available, they cut the role way down. So that character, he doesn't show up till very late in the film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was a change. When they couldn't get
because
the star power they wanted.
He's in a lot more of the movie in the second one. Mm-hmm. And great. He was one of my favorite characters, I think, when I was little.
Yeah. He's funny.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the funniest one in the most obvious way.
Right.
Bill Murray's
Bill Murray's stuff is a lot more funny to me now. I don't think I really got a lot of it when I was
There's a lot of innuendo for a 6-year-old in Ghostbusters, I will say.
Yes. And a lot of smoking.
So much smoking.
Dan Aykroyd always has a cigarette. I forgot about that completely.
And then, who's the bad guy? He's in Biodome.
Yes.
He basically said that, after that movie came out, he was just getting, verbally.
Yeah.
He was getting, verbally accosted in any sort of, group set. He couldn't go out on the street without people just, shouting.
Everything was fine with our system until the power grid was shut off by Dickless here.
They caused an explosion.
Is this true?
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Poor guy.
So funny. I mean, I remember when that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man walked out the first time when I was little. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So cool. See you on the other side, Ray.
Oh, I also saw this. I didn't know we were going to be talking about this. Just have all this knowledge.
Yeah.
The musician who wrote the theme song didn't like the term Ghostbuster. He didn't prefer it. I don't know. Sometimes things just sound bad to your ears and you don't really know why.
Yeah.
This didn't say that, but that's what I was interpreting.
Sure.
He just didn't like the way that it sounded. So that's why he did the call and response. So he's not the one who says it.
Oh.
Who are you going to call? It's a call and response. Because he hated it and didn't want to say it. I don't know if that's true. I saw it on the internet. I chose to believe it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I'll never say this ever again.
Never going to say that terrible word.
That's amazing. Interesting. Other ones that were from the 80s are Back to the Future. We were talking about maybe showing the kids that one.
It's got to be next up.
Yeah. And then Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T. Mm-hmm. These were all. And E.T. was the first one that I can remember, especially in retrospect, Product placement working. Reese's Pieces. I wanted to eat the Reese's Pieces trail so bad.
They made you a lifelong fan.
Oh, yeah. I love those. Oh, I haven't had Reese's Pieces in a while. Yeah.
That's because they don't have them at the movie theater anymore.
That's right.
You used to always get them at the movie theater.
And they were always the best value. They had those big bags and they were full.
Good value.
One time, I was probably at a Blockbuster. Not an actual movie, not a movie store.
Oh, I thought you meant the movie store.
No. Like in a summer Blockbuster and it, like with my friends. And this is, just so we're clear, this has always been how I am. You know, we're all just sitting up front. The movie's about to start. It's like quiet before like the opening credits come in. And I'm trying to open up those Reese's Pieces. And you remember how hard those old bags were? Because they were like vacuum sealed and you couldn't tear them. You had to pull them.
Oh.
And
classic.
Oh, I wanted to disappear so bad. And I didn't have any more money to go buy another bag of Reese's Pieces. So I only had like the little bit that was left and all my friends were just laughing at me eating all their candy.
I'm sorry. That sounds really terrible.
Yeah. Think about it in the shower sometimes. Okay, so moving on to the 90s.
Okay.
I think I've talked about it. This is like the first blockbuster I can remember going to in the theater. Jurassic Park, 1993. Men in Black. Ooh. I mean, Will Smith in Blockbusters in the 90s.
He was on fire.
Independence Day.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just, out of nowhere, laid an egg with Wild Wild West. And everybody's like, you know what? I don't like Will Smith anymore.
Somebody asked me that this weekend. At the cabin, somebody asked me what's the worst movie I've ever seen, and I did not have Wild Wild West ready, and I wish I could go back in time and answer.
Yeah, that's the
worst movie.
Pretty
I've
goddamn
ever seen.
Terrible. Yeah,
yeah,
it's not good.
We were also just talking about this weekend about the marbles.
Yeah,
at the end of Men in Black, I feel like that was like a impactful scene that stuck with a lot of people in our generation.
Yeah,
in like how we think about the galaxy. And I think
I'm guessing too, like the way it's represented, it was probably too small in scale. Like it's so much worse than we all think.
Well, but is there a giant creature with 3 fingers playing marbles? That I don't know. I don't know.
Probably not accurate, but who knows?
Then they had a real dud, though, with the lockers. Remember at Men in Black 2, they tried to do it with the lockers?
Yeah.
It's like, that didn't work.
Wah, wah.
You should have just left it alone.
Oh, good.
But definitely every kid wanted one of those blinky light thingies.
Oh, yeah. Me especially. That would have taken so much anxiety out of my life if I could make people forget all the stupid stuff I did. That would be nice. But
I don't like Tommy Lee Jones, but I don't like Tommy Lee Jones. Listen, I don't like Tommy Lee Jones, okay? I don't like Tommy Lee Jones, but I like him in that movie. That's one of like the only movies I like him in.
They had good chemistry, Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. It just worked, you know? Mm-hmm. That sage older guy, it just played really well.
It did work.
Yep. God, the scene when he goes to take the tests. So it's such good physical comedy.
It is.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so frustrating to watch when he breaks the pencil and then tries to keep it together. He scoots.
So awkward.
Outstanding. Those are good movies. And then also, I mean,
kind of want to watch that right now.
Oh, I know. Then there was also Twister. Was 1996 1996. That came out the same summer as Independence Day. I know because I saw Twister 6 times in the theater, and I saw Independence Day 7 times in the theater that year.
You were really a movie-going kid.
It was an easy thing to do, and it cost $4.50. You got a 50-cent piece as change every time.
Yes! That was the best part of going to the movies, was getting a 50-cent piece back. So smart. Whoever decided to do that.
Yeah.
That person, I bet, got promoted to general manager. Don't you think?
Yeah.
It was like, hey, I got this idea.
It is a really good idea. It was fun every time.
Loved it.
Yeah. And then in the 2000s, that's when superhero stuff started to come around. Spider-Man, X-Men, started to get that original run at X-Men with Patrick Stewart and Halle Berry.
Yeah. Oh, I like the X-Men movies. Yeah. I was just going to say, superheroes, though, they've had their moment. It's time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's time. We've done it. It's been great. 25 years. Like, let's just move on to something
I think
else.
They're working on like another run of them. I don't think it's done. I think they're just working on a new run.
I like superhero movies. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying it's been a lot.
They do say, or people have been known to say, that 1998 was the biggest summer ever of summer blockbusters. Independence Day, Mission Impossible, so good. Twister, The Nutty Professor, and The Rock, all were that summer. That's The Nutty Professor, look, the clumps are pretty, it's lowest common denominator, but there's some pretty funny parts.
I'm thinking about getting me an appointment and go down and get my colon cleansed thoroughly. You want your colon cleansed? Man, I'm going to clean mine. Yeah, now my colon is clean. I'm talking squeaky clean.
I can't enjoy that type of humor.
There's some pretty funny parts.
I'm happy for you that you can. The Rock doesn't seem like, same with Jaws. I'm surprised that The Rock would be a blockbuster because it's definitely geared towards an adult.
Yeah, that was rated
viewer.
R. I think that probably is just included because it did so well at the box office because it was just unexpectedly good.
Yeah.
I love that movie so much.
It's really good. It's a great movie.
Do you have a favorite blockbuster that you like a memory of seeing one, or one that you were like, oh yeah, like that was like Independence Day is probably up there for me. Like just I remember seeing the trailer and then finally sitting down to see the movie, and I was like, this is the craziest movie I've ever seen.
Not when I was little. I don't remember going to a lot of blockbusters when I was really young.
Uh-huh.
I mostly remember those movies on VHS.
Yeah.
But I remember Deep Impact and Armageddon. That was...
Volcano Dante's Peak.
Wyatt Earp Tombstone. Panda Express, Yoshinoya Beef Bowl. Exactly.
I remember seeing both of those in the theater.
Yeah. And, okay. Which one's greater? Are you an Armageddon or a Deep Impact?
So I haven't seen Deep Impact in...
a long time.
10 years or more. 15 probably. At the time, it was Armageddon.
Yeah.
All the way.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like... Well, so, okay. At the time, it was Armageddon.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is just because of Ben Affleck.
Right.
Like, right, the heartthrob and the girl.
Yeah.
And it wasn't... I didn't think it was as sad as Deep Impact. I thought Deep Impact was way more sad. More people die. There's more loss of life.
Yeah.
The girl... Tia Leone.
Oh, yeah. They go to the beach.
When she says daddy.
Yeah.
And then Lily Zabowski, when she gets handed her baby brother.
Yeah.
Like,
and they get on the dirt bike.
Yeah. I mean, Armageddon, it's sad that Bruce Willis... I'm not spoiling this, right?
I don't think so. I hope not.
It's sad, but he's really the only like major loss that you feel, right? The other ones you don't really care so much about, and Max was the only other one I cared about. Max was sad.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't watched Deep Impact in a long time either. My beef always with Deep Impact was there was too much. There was too many storylines, and it's just like there were too many things.
I like lots of storylines.
I know you do. And so, but Armageddon is also just full of logic and scientific holes that is like, now when I watch it, it's kind of hard to get over.
Yeah,
but
it's sci-fi.
It does make it funny now, you know, but I think Armageddon is the winner in that one for me.
It has my most quotable of the two for sure.
Oh, yes.
We have 18 days.
We have 18 days.
Like I say.
There's that one. Our other Blockbuster most oft quoted. Do you know it?
Is it the ketchup bottle?
No.
Oh. What is it?
It's from Independence Day. That's not entirely accurate.
There's no recovered spaceship.
Excuse me, Mr. President.
That's not entirely accurate.
That's not entirely accurate.
We do that one to each other quite a bit.
Yeah. But there isn't a president really in Armageddon. There's a president.
It's a very small role.
Yeah.
Like
There's
a couple of
in
public addresses.
Independence Day. Bill Pullman is the president, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And
Deep
then
Impact
I was going to say Deep
Morgan
Impact.
Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. He was a good president.
Was. And now I feel like was he the first portrayal of a black president? I have no idea, but like I feel like maybe that might be. I mean,
yeah, I think, and it was too. I think it was like the studio didn't want a black actor cast because it wasn't realistic. Yeah,
love Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, he did such a good job. But Bill Pullman. So Bill Pullman. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off Deep Impact Armageddon.
No, sorry.
But Bill Pullman had the best speech, though.
Oh yes.
We will not go quietly into the night.
We will not vanish without a fight.
We are going to live on.
We're going to survive.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day. I'm like, just like, yeah!
Let's get in the jets. Let's go.
That's how you go to battle.
Yeah. And then Randy Quaid saves the day.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I'm really excited about Blockbusters.
Yeah, Mission Impossible. The new Mission Impossible just came out. This weekend. So did Lilo and Stitch. Also upcoming. Do you want to talk about what's coming up?
Sure.
All right.
Oh my gosh. As far as kids movies,
this
summer is gonna be lit.
Yes. How to Train Your Dragon live version.
I don't know if I've ever been so excited at a children's trailer.
It's going. I mean, that was like the first movie I think Jude got into that we were like, oh, this is really watchable. Like the first movie was really good.
Yeah.
Hiccup. And yeah, so that's good. Then Pixar is a new one coming out. I never know.
It doesn't look too good to me.
Elio?
I'm not really excited about it.
Pixar trailers are tough though. Sometimes you get surprised by Pixar.
They haven't really been on their game.
I know. Let's see, what are the other kids ones that we have on the list?
The Legend of Ochi?
Oh yeah. We don't know anything about it.
I really don't know what it is.
That made me stop on my way to like go get popcorn or something and watch the trailer. Right. So I was very interested in that one. Looked very good.
Funny thing about Willem Dafoe, his name kind of sounds like a frog talking to a parrot.
Willem?
Dafoe.
Willem?
Dafoe.
I just really haven't seen him in a movie in a while.
He's actually been in a lot of stuff that I just don't think we've seen, but I think he's doing pretty well.
That made me want to watch it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Willem Dafoe's in this.
Yeah, I love Willem.
Gotta watch it. Yeah. But it looks good. Let's see. Of course, Lilo and Stitch.
Yep. I've got some others here. Oh. These are some of the not only kid ones, but there is a new Jurassic World coming out. Rebirth. We saw the first Jurassic World
film of the new trilogy.
Yeah, with Chris Pratt and
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yes.
Is that who it is?
I almost said Jessica Chastain, but it is Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
But now it turns out Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali are.
Yeah. So the second trilogy is over.
Oh, and
this is a new.
Oh, this is a brand new trilogy.
Yeah, brand new.
I gotcha.
I don't know if they've announced that it's a trilogy or not, but it's a brand new.
Oh, set 5 years after Jurassic World Dominion. A covert team embarks on a mission involving dinosaurs on a remote island.
I'm excited.
Then the new Superman is coming out.
Yeah.
And that looks good. And I haven't seen a Superman since Superman 3.
That trailer looked really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The trailer was like a whole clip. It was a very, very, very long clip of an actual scene. And then it went into like all this rapid editing. And I was about it.
Yeah. And then it's got the dog. I don't know if it's Super Dog or what that
Don't know a lot
called.
about Superman.
Me neither.
Unless was in Lois and Clark. What was that
Dean
called?
Cain and
yeah. That's mostly what I know about Superman.
Do you know who David Cornsweet is? That's
David Cornsweet.
That's the lead. That's who's playing Clark Kent, Superman.
No, I didn't recognize him, I guess.
I thought it was Henry Cavill again. So
I kind of thought it was too. Or like Matthew Balmer.
Yeah. So
did not know it was a new Superman.
And
he
then,
must look just like them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess all Supermen kind of look the same.
It's kind of typecast, yeah.
The Fantastic Four. The new it's First Steps. The first one was rough.
So bad. Just really bad.
Good for Chris Evans for making it out of that one alive.
Yeah.
You know? That could have really been a bummer. I guess he was just too handsome. Pretty handsome guy.
I mean, he's not even the most handsome of the Chris's, but I mean, number 4 at best. Maybe even 5.
Hemsworth, Pine. What other Chris?
Pratt. Evans.
You think he's 4th?
Absolutely. For sure. Hemsworth. Pratt. Even though I don't really like him as a person. Pine. Evans.
Pine, Evans, Hemsworth, Pratt.
What?
100%. All day long.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Also, we'll never see it, but Final Destination. They're doing the marketing part for that one. It'll be interesting to see how it gets reviewed.
That movie is why I'm scared.
It's been out though I guess it's been out for a couple weeks, hasn't it?
Oh,
I think it came out May 16th. So I haven't heard anybody tell me anything about it. The first one.
That's why I'm scared of garbage disposals.
I forgot about the garbage disposal.
My legs go numb if I have to reach into the garbage disposal. It's off, obviously.
Wait,
my legs go numb.
How does the first one start? Is the first one the plane crash?
No, that's the second one.
Second one. The first one's
I think. Or maybe it is.
No, I think the first one's the plane crash.
Yeah.
Because he gets all of the classmates to get off and nobody understands why.
Yeah.
And they think that he
cheated death.
Yeah. And now it's after him. Yeah. The second one starts on the road. That's the highway accident when the logs fall off the truck.
Yeah.
They're awful movies, but they were fun back then. Devin Sawa.
So suspenseful.
We
just saw him in an episode of Hacks. I didn't even recognize him.
Me neither.
Took me a real long time. Like, why do I know who that person is?
Yeah. And then, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I am desperate to see that movie.
Well, we can make that happen.
Good. I want to see it too, like on the Supermax.
Oh, not sure if we can make that happen. I'll try my best.
Okay. And can I also have Reese's Pieces?
You sure can.
And can we get popcorn?
I suppose.
Sounds fun.
Too excited to sleep.
I'm going to wake you up in the middle and go, where are we going to Mission Impossible? Well, we have to catch you up first.
I think I'm only one behind.
No.
Yeah, we watched one of my mom's at Christmas, remember?
Which one was that?
I
was
saw
that
Ghost Protocol
was that with
for sure.
Was that with the nuclear bomb?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so there's one in between there, but there's other ones that you're missing, but
all right.
It's okay.
I'll catch up.
It's okay.
I'll
I can fill you in on what Ethan's been up to.
Okay.
Saving the world.
He is a busy chap.
He is. He tries to get out, but they just keep sucking him back in. There's nobody else that can do it but Ethan Hunt. God, I love those
He'll
movies
get the
so
job
much.
done.
So, Blockbuster season is upon us. We will report back on which ones busted our blocks.
Busted our blocks?
It sounds like a 50s threat.
Blocked our busters?
I'll bust your block.
You dirty rotten scoundrel.
Hey, don't call me a rotten scoundrel, you nincompoop.
Oh, no.
Should we go check on the kids?
Let's go check. No! I have something.
Oh.
You're supposed to ask me, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, is there anything?
And
Usually you say no.
I always say no, but this time I had something to say.
All right. Lay it on me, baby.
I just wanted you to know that the casting is now complete for Ron, Hermione, and Harry.
Okay. Lay it on me. I'm not going to know anything.
We don't know who they are. They're children. I just wanted you to know.
Well, hold on. Let's
I thought it was important that you know. Because this has been a point of contention. And I've been left alone to follow it on my own without anyone to be excited with.
Is there a part of you that worries for these children?
You know,
that they're being put into something that's 10 years of their life? More, probably?
Yeah, a little. But I feel like there's a lot being done now.
Yeah.
A little bit.
They look like they fit the bill.
Right?
I mean, thank God Ron has red hair. I'm just glad they didn't change that. There's a thing going around the internet. I don't really understand where it came from or what it means, but all of a sudden people are saying people with red hair are technically black. So there's been lots of TikToks running around with that. I don't know where it came from. But just let you know that's in the world.
Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know.
Okay.
Yeah. 32,000 9 to 11-year-olds from the UK. You had to be 9 to 11, and you had to be from the UK or I think Ireland. They had 32,000 applications.
It's like I feel like it's almost real world Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, except for they're all Veronica. You know what I mean? Can you imagine some of the parents and kids how stage mother
yeah, man.
Well,
one of them has no acting credits. Ron, I think it was. There's no acting credits.
Good for him.
And Hermione was Hermione. Jude always gets mad at me how I say her name. She was in the West End Matilda, the musical.
Okay.
But I don't know if she had any screen credits. And Harry was in some show I never heard of.
Well, he looks like Harry Potter to me. So here's the thing. I'm just worried about this whole venture. But
yeah, I'm not.
I will watch it. I will watch it. I'm not gonna protest. I'm just voicing my concern.
I have so much confidence. I have enough confidence for the both of us.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty much how we exist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have one more thing I wanted to tell you, too.
Thank goodness.
I had one more thing. Did you know that in Canada... Have you ever flown from Canada?
Flown from Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you knew this already. I don't think I've ever flown from Canada. I've been to Canada a bunch.
Yeah, you've only really been often by land or sea, not by air.
I've only been by land or sea. Did you know that when you fly to the U.S. from Canada, you go through customs in Canada?
You know...
Just found that out.
Yeah.
Thought it was pretty cool.
And I've been thinking about it, and I don't know if I remember that. So I don't know if that's a new thing or if that's... Do you know if it's always been?
I don't.
I still don't understand why, but yes, that sounds so much better. I would so much rather clear customs at the departure airport than the arrival.
Some sort of special arrangement the U.S. has with Canada. It's called pre-clearance.
Okay.
I was very confused.
Yeah.
What was happening?
Are you allowed to bring food through that or drink? Or is that on the other side? Is that like, do you go like security and then
it's right there. Security. Yeah. Security. Yeah. Border control. Gotcha. Right there. Yeah.
How'd they treat you there? Did they give you any sort of riffraff?
The security people were lovely.
No, I meant the customs agent. Oh. Did you feel like they asked you more probing questions than usual, or was it pretty much just the standard? Where you been? Where you going?
Yeah.
How long? Why?
Very standard.
Yeah. Bye.
Very standard.
Do you have $10,000?
Didn't ask me that.
Got any food?
Didn't ask me that.
Alcohol? Tobacco?
Didn't ask me that.
Really?
No.
Man.
No.
Well, then.
They asked me why I was there.
Perfect.
That was it. Yeah. Anyways, I thought it was really cool.
That is.
And it turns out there's like 5 other countries that the U.S. has it with.
Oh, which ones? We should just exclusively travel to those.
Ireland.
Oh, all right.
Bahamas.
Okay.
Bermuda.
Okay.
Aruba.
Now it's just a Beach Boys song.
And the United Arabs.
I would go to all those places in the exact order.
I think it was just alphabetical. Maybe not, though.
I don't think so.
Oh, no, it wasn't at all. It wasn't. Well, but anyways, that was something...
Bringing the fun facts.
New I learned, so I just wanted to share it with you.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I do want to go to all those places.
You do?
Yeah. Oh. I go to the UAE. Only just to fly the UAE airline.
Is it supposed to be fancy?
They've got nice planes. The flight attendants wear like the classic outfits and they have like the little hats.
Very nice.
And they've got lots of space.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all my fun facts.
Great fun facts. Shall we go check on the kids?
Let's go check on the kids.
We'll see you next week, everybody.